Hello. I wanted to share something that I'm learning because I want this to really integrate into my being. And it's Karma Yoga, the path of Karma Yoga through the lens of the Bhagavad Gita with Acharya Shunya. And this lesson, she's talking about our physical bodies. And, it's kind of like bringing it all together. Like our physical bodies, our vehicle, right? That's come up for me multiple times. A lot of what I just learned has come up for me multiple times in different ways over the past couple weeks. And our body is our vehicle. And I just want, hold on, let me go through some of these notes. Temple, some of her words: temple, portal, divine portal. And every action is an offering, right? So she uses this, and I love this. It's so great because I think it's hard for so many of us to really embrace our divine nature, whatever that is that you call God, to recognize that God lives within. And she said, and I want to say Ram Dass, I've heard this somewhere before, maybe it was Ram Dass, but imagine, and I've used this too with students, like when I'm talking about loving yourself, I would say, think of the person that you love the most, or someone that you love very, very much, and how you view them. What do you wish for them? You just want all the good things, all the world, right? Everything for them. And you think they're it's this perfect being. And now imagine whoever loves you the most feels the same way, right? They view you as this beautiful, perfect being, and they wish you all the good. And so why wouldn't we begin to turn that around and view ourselves that way, right? So easy for us to see the divinity in another, the beauty in another. Wish them all. I mean, we'd be so happy if all their dreams came true. And so when we begin to view ourselves as God, right, through this lens of action, right, thoughts, words, actions, body, mind, speech, then every single thing that we do every day, whatever work we're doing, whatever practices, whatever interactions, just every moment of every day can become an offering. And so imagine you're getting ready to host a party, a holiday, whatever. And you have these guests coming over, and you prepare, right? You prepare your home, and you prepare foods, and maybe you take out some of your best glassware, silverware, etc., tablecloths and napkins. And you prepare for the arrival of these guests, or if there's an honored guests, maybe you've celebrated someone's life and they're older, right? 80s, 90s, 100. You honor this person. And then again, turn that around and overlay that on you. You're the host for this divine being. You are that. That's what lives inside of you. Right? So as hard as that is to sort of wrap your head around, try. And then the practice is that every action is an offering. Every action is an offering. And every action has the potential to lead you closer to that divinity within yourself and God. I know I'm throwing that word God around. So whatever your relationship is with that, and I love actually her acronym for God, Great Omniscient Dimension, okay? To develop a positive relationship with that definition of the being that we are, the divinity within ourselves. Yeah, and I know this is really deep, and maybe you've never thought this way before, but the wisdom practices really offer that. And that's something that really drew me into the wisdom practices, was that turning within, and the whole universe resides. And that we are capable of creating the changes that we want to change, that we want to make in our lives, of our lives, our actions, our thoughts, our words and actions, being purposeful, being offerings, helping us along the journey to connect with our purpose, to know that that's the guru, right? That's the inner guru. The guru lives within. Sometimes we what's the word I'm trying to find? Like we project it outwardly, but it's within. It's a mirror, that inner teacher, that inner wisdom, these beautiful bodies, these temples. So how would you prepare your beautiful temple for God that lives within, right? I think for me, it's like that reminder to really be kind to myself, to take care, to do those actions that nourish and nurture and that align me with my purpose. And she says it becomes a vessel for liberation, right? In this human form, we are fortunate enough to be able to use this time to liberate and free ourselves, right? We're in samsara. We're in that cycle of birth and death and birth and death and birth and death. And every time we come into human form, it's another opportunity, it's another invitation to connect with that divinity within, with our purpose, with our path, as an offering, releasing the selfish tendencies and the desires, and freeing ourselves from the bondage of what weighs us down, right? So I'm going to leave it here just as a contemplation point for you to really go within, connect with your inner being. We don't have to go anywhere else, right? Right here, the heart is a portal. It's a portal to everything that we are, that we were, that we will be,